Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, since posting a Greystone Doji for the Australian dollar, it now trades to a somewhat softer tone as the Middle East tension remains elevated despite President Trump extending the ceasefire, while fresh ship seizures has also kept market nerves on edge. Attention now turns to the upcoming US jobs claims and the PMI data, along with that Australian PMI figures as well, though headlines remain the primary driver for the Australian dollar. So looking at the technicals, they are buckled, so I do feel the market may head down towards 71.35 or lower towards 70.95 and reassess from there. I feel we've seen a top for now, especially from that Gravestone Doji, so let's keep an eye on these technicals as they are declining. That may weigh on the price. Looking at the euro, well, the market is now into its third consecutive day and to a bearish tone as it looks towards 116.65. A break there would see an extension to the downside and look towards 115.80 and reassess just in case we see a bounce. Turning to dollar yen, the market is still somewhat trying to climb higher, but I feel it's a little bit hesitant as we may see once again another round of supply as we've seen over the last few days, to see a rejection from that close to 160 and look down towards that key area 158.65, and a close beneath there confirms the head and shoulders to the 156 region. Looking at sterling, the market was also a little bit weaker and still, what I feel from a technical point, is destined to go towards the lows of 134. Any upside attempt should be limited. I'm still keeping to a neutral view for gold and oil, but putting a slight bias due to the technicals breaking down, especially with the MACD. We could be looking back towards the lows of 4,600 or even 4,550 and reassess. It's a very weak view I have, and as I would prefer to keep neutral due to the much negativity out of the Middle East, and also keeping an eye on Kevin Walsh's reluctance to commit to rate cuts. Has also given some headwinds. Nevertheless, the technicals are buckling. Let's see if the downward pressure increases. And with all the much talk that's been going on out of the Middle East, oil has rebounded and looking back towards possibly $98 a barrel, but I don't have a strong view there. But looking at the MACD, it is shaping up for a possible rebound. So let's keep an eye on that. That's a wrap. Thank you for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoyed a great start to the day.